Alright guys, and welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be talking about my predictions and hopes and dreams for BlizzCon Live. That's obviously happening on the 19th of February. Now if you're out of the loop with Blizzard and World of Warcraft, what BlizzConline essentially is, it's just BlizzCon but online, and it's much shorter. Pure and simple. They're basically just going to go live on Twitch, talk about what games they're going to be releasing soon, talk about what's coming next, deep dives and a few things, and then some weird fun stuff that they'll do as well, and that's it. The panel that is going to be most important obviously is the World of Warcraft What's Next panel, which starts at 11:10 and lasts until 11:40. Okay, this is when we're most likely to hear any news about TBC Classic if it is going to release. I mean, my first prediction, to be honest, is they're definitely not going to spend a lot of time talking about TBC Classic. It will only take up a fraction of the entire event, probably like 5% of this panel. They're mostly going to be plugging retail World of Warcraft. Again, I talked about this before on my channel. Retail World of Warcraft infinitely makes them more money, and about 3 times as many people are playing retail World of Warcraft and Classic World of Warcraft, and Classic World of Warcraft is actually essentially free. There isn't a separate subscription for it, so it doesn't really make World of Warcraft a lot of money compared to retail World of Warcraft, so they're not going to spend as much time on it. They're probably going to quickly cram it in at the end, tell us that they're releasing it, and then probably not give us a lot of info, or save making blue posts, right? They'll probably make forum blue posts to give us any more important information rather than telling us at this event here. So we'll probably have to. My first prediction is, yeah, they're going to announce it, but then not really talk about it that much, and then talk about it later in Blue Post because it's not deemed important enough to fit into BlizzCon Live. So first of all, I think the release is probably going to be quite disappointing. I don't think it's going to come very soonish. Some people are saying May or June. I think it's going to come as late as possible, as late as August or September, if I'm going to be honest. Because again, they're going to prioritise all their resources and all their staff on working on retail World of Warcraft, which makes them much more money. Don't need to keep repeating that. So I think the release is going to disappoint people. It's going to be a disappointing release date. It's going to be later than a lot of people predicted. That's my pessimistic and realistic prediction. Hopefully, I do hope obviously that I'm wrong. Now, I don't think they're going to release fresh TBC servers intentionally. And let me tell you what I mean by that. So, I don't think, at BlizzConline, they're going to say, yeah, we're going to release some fresh TBC servers for people who want to re-roll and everything like that. I don't think anything like that's going to happen. I think what's going to happen is TBC is going to launch with continued servers, but so many people are going to be playing the launch that Blizzard will be forced to make new servers, because they'll, again, massively, drastically underestimate the amount of people who actually want to play on these classic servers, and I think they'll be forced to make new realms simply by the fact that we won't be able to fit the population into all of the realms, and therefore about a week or two, maybe even a few days after the launch of TBC, they could release some fresh servers. Now, I think the issue with these servers though is obviously people will be able to transfer on them, and people will be able to have free transfers to them on their level 60 characters, or maybe even level 70 if people are that fast at leveling. So they won't be proper fresh servers, but nonetheless I think I still would likely roll on one of these servers, to be honest, totally fresh too. Another thing to consider, guys, is there is actually a realm on the EU realms, I've mentioned this before, that is totally dead. It only has 50 people on Alliance and 50 people on Horde. I think the realm is called Dragonstrike, right? The fresh server is already there for people to take advantage of, really, if you think about it. All what has to happen is the community has to come together and decide, okay, Blizzard aren't giving us fresh servers, let's all roll on Dragonstalker. For the people who want to roll on, fresh servers, roll on the servers that are pretty much already empty. I think they will. I think there's a higher chance that they're going to release fresh classic World of Warcraft servers than TBC servers, because if you look at the survey questions that they've been, putting out there, which is, I actually got the survey at 1.2, they really don't mention anything about fresh TBC servers, but they mention a lot about fresh classic World of Warcraft servers. So it wouldn't be unlikely that, when you go to the Blizzard app, you get World of Warcraft Classic, but then there's another drop box for World of Warcraft Classic TBC, right? And then you'll have the option to launch any of the games. And I think they'll probably release as much servers for Classic World of Warcraft as they did in the original launch of Classic World of Warcraft before they started adding loads and loads of servers. And that'll probably be a good idea, to be honest. Again, we shouldn't underestimate the amount of people who would actually just totally skip TBC and just re-roll on Classic straight away. However, I don't think they'll do this straight away. I think what they'll probably do is release fresh Classic servers either pretty soon, like within the next 2 months, so people can re-roll on them, or they'll release Classic servers after TBC, and maybe they actually put forward a TBC release, which they definitely should, then release fresh Classic a little bit later, because obviously if they released it both at the same time, yeah, I don't know about that. I don't think that's a particularly good idea, because that's just going to split communities up. Like, some people in your guild are going to want to go Classic, some people in your guild just want to go straight into TBC. So yeah, that's a good guild splitting tactic, and I definitely don't think Blizzard should do anything like that. Moving on, I don't think they're going to do anything to address all of the issues in Classic WoW currently. Don't think they're going to improve the GM team at dealing with bots. I don't think they're going to introduce a gold cap to, fix the economy. I don't think they're going to introduce a separate subscription for Classic World of Warcraft compared to, retail World of Warcraft, which was something they should do. You may think that's a crazy idea, like a really bad idea, because then you have to pay more if you want to play both games. But if you think about it, people won't be able to farm gold in retail World of Warcraft by game time in order to then play Classic World of Warcraft. And you may be thinking, well, I don't do that anyway, right? Well, the people who are doing that are people who, Chinese gold farmers and people who bot, right? They make loads of gold in retail using bots and multi-boxing and stuff like that. Well, we used to use multi-boxing anyway. Farm loads and loads of gold to buy free game time, and then they use that game time to play Classic WoW to then farm gold in Classic WoW, with their bots or with their Chinese farmers, whatever. So I actually think a separate subscription model wouldn't be such a bad idea. It may also make Blizzard more money, which means they would spend more money on Classic World of Warcraft, spend more money on a bigger, better GM team to deal with bots. A GM team that doesn't take 5 days to reply to a ticket. That actually happened to me the other day. I was just mind blown, because the last time I made a ticket, you at least get a response in a day, not 5 days. That's crazy. To be honest, I wouldn't even be that bothered if they released a separate price to retail World of Warcraft. So you buy retail World of Warcraft and that's it. You subscribe to retail World of Warcraft, and all you can do is play retail World of Warcraft. If you want to play Classic World of Warcraft, you have to spend, I think a good price would probably be £15 to £20 in order to play Classic TBC or Classic World of Warcraft, and then you have a separate subscription for it, or maybe the same subscription. But I think introducing a price tag isn't such a bad idea. Obviously, I think people who are already playing Classic WoW shouldn't have to pay for it. Only new people wanting to join the game should have to pay for it. Or we just have to pay a smaller price for the Burning Crusade. I know technically we have already purchased that game probably in the past, so we shouldn't need to buy it again. I honestly, I love TBC so much, I love Classic WoW so much, I wouldn't mind spending a little bit of money to play the game if it meant that they actually improved the GM team and, spend more money on just improving the classic version of the game. But anyway, let's talk about some more predictions. I think, obviously, Blizzard are probably going to do a big announcement on a new mobile game. If you actually look at the statistics of mobile games, it's crazy. They're making a lot, and I mean a lot more money than PC gaming or console gaming does combined. It's crazy to think that the mobile gaming market is just so big when you look at mobile games and they're on your phone and they're just totally pants. I mean, no offense to people who play mobile games, but if you're not, if you're sat in your house, you put the Xbox on, you put the PC on, right? Because it's bigger and better. Fair enough if you're just waiting for a train or something, yeah, play a mobile game, but it does make a lot of sense to me. But a lot of big companies, it does make a lot of sense to them. They're trying to jump onto this hype train of mobile games with anything they can. They already have, they already have ideas, they already have games that they can just convert into mobile games like Diablo, Immortal and everything like that. I definitely think they're going to do something like this with one of their other IPs. It could be StarCraft, it could be Overwatch, it could be World of Warcraft, they definitely will release a new mobile game. It's inevitable, really. I'll eat my hat if they don't. Anyway, overall, those are my predictions. It's definitely going to change the community a lot. You know, there's a lot of people playing on private servers at the moment who are burnt out on Classic WoW, and I think a lot of private servers are going to totally just, well, not die, but their populations are going to cut a lot because people are going to be wanting to get prepared for TBC Classic, so that'll be interesting to see. I know that Endless World of Warcraft are also planning to release a fresh Burning Crusade realm just after BlizzConline, and it's going to be extremely fast progression realm, you know, fast XP rates, fast profession rates, and the raids are going to be coming out very quickly, you know, for people to like get on the hype and get, you know, some prep done before TBC Classic is released, which I'll probably stream, I'll probably make a couple of videos about, so look forward to that coming soon. But anyway, my name is MetaGoblin. Until my next video, ciao.